All right, so we had some extra time today, which is a rare thing. So we took one of the pieces of tubing that we bought for the window frames, and we will build the window that will go right there. Same window as these two right here, but just on the third level. So Vyant cut everything, expert 45-degree angle maker. So now one of our only flat spots, since we just painted up there, we can't build anything up there because don't want it to ruin the paint. So we're gonna go into the 45-foot container to have a flat surface and build the frames on the floor. So here we go. Got all of our pieces up in there. Gonna go get the welder and a few more things and the right angle. So there's the 2 pieces for the top, 2 pieces for the sides. Here we go.
A few years ago, we decided to quit the rat race and venture down a completely unfamiliar path in life. We sold almost all of our possessions, renovated a camper van, and toured the US looking for a piece of land to start our journey. After almost 2 years, we found our piece of paradise in the Pacific Northwest, and Pacific Pines Ranch was born. Follow along as we chase our dreams to build an off-grid shipping container home and to see our projects and adventures along the way. As we like to say on the ranch, the joy is in the journey.
First thing we did was mock up the steel tubing to make sure everything was where it should be before I weld it together. We used our right angle to adjust the tubing so that all 4 angles were 90 degrees. After that, I tack welded the tubing together and we double checked the angles of the tubing. Once all the measurements were triple checked, I started welding the tubing together. I welded one side of the frame before moving on to another side. Lastly, I welded the interior and exterior parts of the frame. For reference, the tubing we are using is 2 by 3 by 1/8. Alright, so we just finished making I just finished welding the frame together. So there it is, looking good. Everything is pretty precise, so we're pretty happy about it. Hopefully it didn't warp too much when I welded. We'll check the measurements again in a little bit. So right now, Vyant, he's gonna take the resin disc and grind down all the welds to make them flat. And here we go. What's up, internet homies? So we're up and at it on this kind of cloudy day, and let me take you around and show you what we're working on today. So we have several things to do for this blue container right here. So today what we're going to be working on is installing some reinforcements along the bottom C-channel right here, and that will reinforce it for when we cut out panels. It'll just make it a little bit stronger, and that way it won't sag. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to be installing all of the plates along the bottom, and then if we have time, start to do the cutouts, but we'll see how that goes. So a lot of grinding, a lot of welding, grind, weld, paint, repeat. It's like the motto of our life these days. So yeah, we're just like happy to have some nice weather. Well, nice for Oregon in early spring. So yeah, we're just gonna set everything up, get all the tools out, get all of the extension cords in place, and yeah, mark where we have to clean for the reinforcements and start from there. All right, back at it with the angle grinder. First step we did was to mark and clean where the reinforcement plates will be welded in. We used a combination of the resin sanding disc and the wire wheel to remove the paint. And now we're ready to install the first plate. Woo! The bottom C-channel has a few spots where it was damaged and bent, so we needed to grind the plate down to make it fit. So once the plate was adjusted to fit inside the bottom C-channel, it was time to weld it into place. So everything is almost ready to go for the reinforcements. Viant's just about done cleaning the first one. So I'm gonna get all my welding gear on and get ready to place the first reinforcement and weld it in. And while I do that, Viant and one of our really good friends who's come to help us is gonna clean the rest of them. And then we're just gonna do a little assembly line. Grind, weld, paint, repeat. So just gonna get everything set up and get to it. So we got one down, this one I just finished welding, and 3 more to go. Little by little, teamwork. Who knew a piece of scrap wood would make such a great pillow? So here's our little assembly line as we each take our part of grind, weld, paint, repeat. This is what happens on the interior of the container when welding, and it's why we wait until the end of welding everything to paint everything. The fire stops pretty much right after I finish welding, just FYI. So here's the finished product, and now we are going to do the same thing on the other side of the container where there will also be 2 openings. Of course, my camera battery died, so I didn't get any footage of me welding the plates, but it was pretty much the same as the first side. Once all the plates were welded in, we worked on cleaning the steel to prepare it to be painted. Alright, so we got all the reinforcements welded in, and now we're just going and cleaning all the slag and anything else that needs to be touched up before we put a layer of paint on. So Vian's back there with a sandblaster going into remove the slag and everything out of the corners, because we don't have any sort of brush that can get in the corner. So it's kind of the only way to do it. So he's back there doing that. I just prepared all the paint, and we're like sort of in a race against time / Mother Nature. I don't know, we're like crossing our fingers that it doesn't rain. Please don't rain. Yeah, so we're just hustling as much as we can. Gonna try to get a good layer of paint on, and that'll be it for the day. We ended up getting all 8 of the plates welded in, so we're super happy about that. It was a big day, made a lot of progress, and I guess tomorrow we can start cutting panels out, so that's great news. So anyways, gonna get everything set up here, get the paint ready to go, and get at it. Go fast. Sonic, warp speed, light speed.
Can you give me some?
Yeah. Stupid shit always gets fucking caught. Oh my god. One side down, one to go. There's so much.
Do with the left?
Just repaint the other side. Do
Fucking
another
dead.
layer. How much is left?
I don't know. Half.
Yeah, we can. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to mix the paint again because we
Sure.
were in a rush. There's so much water accumulating in my mask from the
I know, me too.
condensation that every time that I breathe in through my nose, I get water at my nose.
Good day.
It sucks. Oh my gosh. I need to breathe some normal air, not mask air. So another thing that's difficult with this build, well, it's not difficult, but something that we struggle with is trying to figure out the correct amount of epoxy to mix. I can say maybe out of all the times that we painted, less than 5 times we got the exact amount that we needed. So often it's too little or too much. So We have a little bit of extra paint, so Viant is just going around and putting a second layer of paint on the reinforcements, which is fine. Definitely difficult to judge how much paint we need. It's like when we painted the flat bar on the second level. Sorry, I know the compressor is loud. When we painted the flat bar on the second level, we didn't have enough, and we had to mix more. So now I was like, oh, I'll just add a little bit more, and now it's too much, so. Oh, that's our life. That's okay though, no big deal. The struggle is real. Oh, friggin' salal. These bushes, these salal bushes, I swear, they're indestructible. They'll be like the world will end and the last plant growing will be salal. Anyways, super successful day. We're really happy with the progress that we did today. It was a long day, but yeah, it really helped to have one of our friends come over and help us with this, because we wouldn't have been able to get everything done today if he wasn't here, so. Good friends. Happy to have good friends. So yeah, tomorrow we will start cutouts for this side. We have 2 sliding glass doors to install. One over here is I think 8 by 9 feet, and over here 12 by 8 is big. So anyways, gonna do the cutouts, install the reinforcements / frame for the doors, and just keep moving along.
Huge shout out to our friend Greg, who braved a day of grind, weld, paint, repeat to help us out. Thanks, Greg. You're the best. Also, a huge thank you to all of you who watch, comment, like, and share our videos. It means so much to us, and we are very thankful to be able to share this experience with all of you. Be sure to subscribe to see our next video, where we will tackle the first cutouts of the 5th container. So exciting. Lots of info to share with you all, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to be notified once it's live. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and see you next video.